thank you, Mahadish Prabhu, for coordinating it. Hare Krishna. So let's start with Mangalacharan. Om Jnanatimirandasya Jnananjana Chakshurunmilitam Yena Tasmai Shri Gurve Namaha Shri Chaitanya Manobhishtam Sthapitam Yena Bhutale Swayam Rupa Kada Mahyam Dadati Swapadantikam Vandeham Shri Guru Shri Yutapadi Shri Gurun Vaishnavansha Shri Rupam Sagrajatam Sahigana Raghunathanvitam Tam Sajivam Sadvaitam Savadhutam Parijana Sahitam Krishna Chaitanya Devam Shri Radha Krishna Padana Sahigana Lalita Shri Vishakhanvitanscha He Krishna Karuna Sindhu Dinabandho Jagatpate Gopesha Gopika Kanta Radha Kanta Namastate Tapta Kanchana Gaurangi Radhe Vrindavaneshwari Vrishabhanu Sate Devi Pranamami Hari Priye Vanchakalpatarubhascha kripa sindhubhya eva cha patitanam pavanebhyo vaishnavebhyo namo namaha. Jai Shri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Shri Advaita Gadadhara Srivasadi Gaura Bhakta Vrinda Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare Hare. Jagat Guru Srila Prabhupada ki jai. Hare Krishna. So I hope everyone can see my screen. Yeah, okay. So let's start with the revision. So last week we started from verse 238. So just do a quick revision. Sukh dukhe samye krutva labha alabha jaya ajayo tatho yuddhaya ijjasva nevam papam avapsasi. So anyone remembers which section we are studying in this chapter? So I'll just open the MIHE guide. Keep referring to this guide. This is very good. So we are in this third section, Karma Kanda section. It's the last verse, and sometime you'll see Buddhi Yoga also has started from 38. Now 38 particularly says very clearly in the last line, Nevam Papam Avapsasi. So that's a section you can remember like that, because Arjun was fearful of getting the reactions of all the sinful activities which may perform. And Krishna is saying, Nevam Papam Avapsasi. So you will not get any papa. How you will not get any papa? Sukh dukhe same kritva. So if you see, the important word here is same. Sukh dukh. What does sukha mean? Anyone knows? Everyone loves it. What does sukha mean? It's not a difficult question.
Happiness.
Happiness. Okay, that's a translation. What's the meaning of it? Anand Prabhu?
Feeling happy.
What does happiness mean? I burn my hand. I feel happy? No? Enjoying? More?
Getting what I want.
Getting what I want, what I like. That's called sukha, isn't it? And what I dislike, that's called dukkha. Now, my sukha can be same thing, can be sukha for me, can be dukkha for others. Is it right? Maybe,
Yes.
may not be, right? So I
Yes.
feel sukha in certain things, but the same things will make someone else miserable. And dukkha means what I don't like. That's I is very important here, because the same person, same activity can give sukha to someone else, which is giving dukkha to me. So sukha dukhe, this is very relative terms actually, very relative terms. So sukha means what I like, dukkha means which I don't like. But forget the standard definition. Yes, sukha or dukkha, which I like, I get it, what I like. I don't get it, what I don't like. I get it, what I don't like. So this sukha and dukkha, whatever comes, I should be equipoised. Someone was saying, what's the difference between success and happiness? So success means you get what you like. So what you wanted, what was your agenda, what was your career aspirations, you achieved that. So that's called success. I wanted to become CEO of Microsoft, for example. And when I get that, I feel I'm successful. But it says, what's the happiness? Happiness is you like what you get. You like what you get. Today I got one chapati in my dinner. I am still happy. Or I may have 10 chapatis, I may still not be happy, because where's chutney? I have 3 sabjis, I have puri, kachori, everything I have, but chutney nahi hai, papad nahi hai. I can be dukha. So I have a 20 course meal, but I'm still dukhi. I'm still feeling distressed because I like to have, where is my chutney? So anyway, so sukha and dukha is a very relative term. So sukha refers to what I like, dukha refers to what I don't like. So in this world, you'll keep getting sukha and dukha. So it says whatever sukha you get, don't get too excited about it. Whatever dukha you get, don't get too much morose about it. Why? They're both temporary. After sukha, dukha will come. After dukha, kesha prabhu dukha will come. And after that, dukha cube will come. But anyway, one day sukha will also come. Huh? So it's relative terms. They said, don't get too excited or don't get too morose. Everything is temporary. Bhakti Rasamrita Maharaj was saying, um, we should not take anything too seriously in this material world. Anything, whether a big position, big name, fame, big money, whatever, big powerful role, don't get too excited because it's going to go away. And same for Sukha. So yeah, be stable. Samay. And Sama word is very, very important. Unless you are Sama, you cannot connect with Krishna. Because if you are getting too much afflicted by all these temporary things, you can't focus on Krishna. And we'll see this expansion in today's class as well. Labha, alabha. So Sukha and Dukha, Labha, alabha, Jaya, Ajaya. Six things are given. No matter what happens, you be Sama. Therefore, tato yudhaya ijjasa, you please get up and fight. Nevam papam obsessi, because you'll not get any papa. You'll only get pap when you are impacted. So that's why, because we get impacted by these six things, because we are not sama in there, that's why we get the papa as well. We get the reaction as well. Okay, let's move forward. Close the door. Okay, 239. So this is the next section. Krishna is calling is Buddhi Yoga, 39 to 53. Esha te bihita sankhe buddhir yoge tvimam shadu buddhyo yukto yaya parth karm bandham prahasyasi. Again, similar line is given here. Navam papam avsasi karm bandham prahasyasi. So papa binds us, karm bandhana binds us. So Krishna is saying prahasyasi, you will get out of karm bandha. Whatever papa and punya you have in your account, you'll come out of it. How? Esha te abhita sankhe. What does sankhya mean? Anyone remembers? Sankhya. In Hindi, there's a word called Sankhya, counting. So
Count.
what does Sankhya mean here? Sankhya,
Analytical
it's
study.
analytical study. Thank you. What does it mean, Aditya Prabhu?
So it's like it's an upliftment of what you were
Upliftment.
before.
Yep. So first, maybe we can say first analyze, and through the analysis we uplift. So first analyze. Analyze means, um, again, one example, there can be so many. Don't just look at the face value of the things, go deeper, right? So we analyze. And then we say, oh, face, yeah, it's very temporary thing, very, very temporary thing. So go deeper. So through analysis, we trying to uplift ourselves. So what is the analysis we have done so far? Okay,
So
Acharya, yes, Prabhu, Aditya Prabhu, you can say.
okay, we've looked at uh, that Sukha and Dukkha is temporary in the previous verse,
Yep,
and through that analysis, we can uplift our perspective on things around us and what Arjun did as well uh, in the beginning.
yep. Yeah. And a little bit more we can add, Aditya Prabhu. We have just read a section between difference between body and soul. So you are not the body, you are the soul. That's the biggest analysis we have done in this Bhagavad Gita so far. So Krishna is saying, whatever I have taught you so far, this was through Sankhya. Now I'm going to teach you Buddhir Yoge Tvimamshanu. Buddhi Yoga. What does Buddhi Yoga mean? A simple meaning of Buddhi Yoga. There can be multiple meanings. Anyone?
Enough maturity to please Krishna.
Enough maturity to please Krishna. Okay. Bhav is
Intelligence,
correct. I just want some more. Mataji, whatever you
intelligence
have said is
yoga,
correct. Sorry, see?
intelligent yoga, like using the
Intelligence
intelligence.
yoga. Okay, that's right. So that's a translation. Thank you to start with. So buddhi means intelligence. Yoga means to connect. So you're connecting to divine through your intelligence. Simple definition. Karma yoga definition is yoga through karma. Buddhi yoga, dhyana yoga. So just keep that word in mind. But all this is yoga. Yoga means connection. So you're connecting with some higher being here. Huh? And obviously in this case we can say Krishna, but you can say, okay, we have to be more generalized terms. You're connecting with the divine through these things. So buddhi yoga, using your buddhi to connect. So buddhi yoga. So I'm going to explain you buddhi yoga, and that's what the guide also said. This section is called buddhi yoga. Okay. Now buddhi, which helps us to connect. Can there be a buddhi which helps us to not connect?
Yes.
Is it possible? Yes.
Yes.
How? Can you explain?
So if we want to satisfy our senses, then Krishna will give us the intelligence to do that.
Yeah. Matta smriti jnanam apohanam sha. So Krishna says, I give jnana, I give apohanam. Apohanam is forgetfulness. So Krishna can give anything what we want, actually. So if you want to forget Krishna, you will see so many ways by which you can prove the non-existence of God, isn't it? The atheists are doing that, isn't it? With the same world, same things. They will say, I can prove, although they can't, but they'll say, I can prove God does not exist. And through the same nature, you can say, I will prove why God exists. So, buddhi can be useful in connecting with Krishna or connecting against Krishna. It depends. So, what buddhi yoga we are talking here? Buddhi which helps us with the yoga. The buddhi which disconnects, that's called buddhi ayoga, not yoga. That's not connecting, that's ayoga. Most of us, most of the time, are situated in yoga or ayoga. Ayoga. We're not connecting, at least at this stage. We are trying, but we forget. So many times we are disconnected. So Krishna is going to teach connection through your buddhi. Simple. Now Prabhupada has also given buddhi yoga as bhakti yoga, pleasing Krishna. Most of the purports you will see Prabhupada theme is very, very similar. How to please Krishna. So there can be multiple. The principles remain same. The words can differ, and words will be contextualized based on who is expanding on them. So in this context, Prabhupada is expanding buddhi yoga as bhakti yoga. But it can be different depending on who is explaining. Anyway, buddhi yukta yaya partha karma bandhana prahasya. If you do that, you can come out. Prahasya means get rid of karma bandhan. Okay. 240. This is one of the most famous verses. Beautiful verse. We should all remember this verse. Neha bikarmana shwasti pratyavayo na vidyate.
Hare Krishna,
So,
Prabhu.
Hare Krishna. Yes, Mataji.
Could you explain again 39? Not much clear to me.
Okay. So basically, Mataji, Krishna is saying, so far I've explained you through Sankhya Yoga. Sankhya Yoga means analytical study, which means in this case, analysis between body and soul. So Krishna has emphasized on soul, knowledge of soul, which is called Atma Gyan so far. Now Krishna is saying, I will explain you how to use your buddhi to connect with me. So all the future verses, which you will see, this section 39 to 53, will be basically explaining you how you can use buddhi to connect with Krishna. Is that okay? That's in a nutshell. So, neha bhi karmana shwasti pratyavayo na vidyate. So, in this abhikrama refers to endeavor. Any endeavor. Every time we are doing some endeavor, even sitting 2 hours in the class is a big endeavor. Going to university, appearing for exam, going to job, everything is an endeavor. Looking after family, looking after temple devotees, doing devotional service, everything is an endeavor. So everyone is doing endeavor all the time. Even if you're sleeping, there's some endeavor in the head if you were asleep. But na iha abhikrama nasti. So in this abhikrama, so what we are talking, this abhikrama, when you're trying to connect with Krishna, that's a section. With buddhi, we are trying to connect with Krishna. It says the siddhas means the perfected beings, have prema for Krishna. They don't have any attraction for the material thing, and they have full attraction for Krishna. But for sadhakas like us, it's exactly opposite. We don't have any prema for Krishna, at least as yet. Many of us don't have, some of you may have. So we have no attraction for Krishna, and we have attraction for material things. So you can say we have more minus and zero plus, isn't it? Nothing on the positive axis, only on the negative axis we have. But for Siddhas, it's exactly opposite. They have a lot of prema, and they cannot be distracted with their mind with any material things, basically. So for us to sustain in bhakti, we have to use our intelligence. Their heart is connected with Krishna, and our buddhi should be connected with Krishna. If our buddhi is also not connected with Krishna, then we can't function. Mind is always dragging us down. In impure state, mind is always dragging. So buddhi is the one who's going to tell mind that, mind, what you're saying, I don't want it. You're saying, go and watch movie, go here, go there, buy this, buy that, this is good, this is bad. Buddhi will say, no, I'm not giving in on these temptations. I'm going to get up for Mangala Aarti. I'm going to chant my rounds. So whatever mind says, buddhi, a strong buddhi will control the mind. So through this, what we are trying to do, make our intelligence so mature that at least with our intelligence, not with the heart as yet, can connect with Krishna. So this is the sadhaka state. So in the sadhaka state, when you're trying to connect with Krishna and mind constantly dragging you down, your buddhi has to tell, listen, intelligence talking to buddhi, listen, whatever I'm doing, this is a very, very great thing. And why? The two aspects are there. Anything you endeavor in the material world will be destroyed one day. Sooner or later, it will get destroyed. But anything you're trying to do for Krishna or Krishna conscious activities, in this abhikrama, in this endeavor, na, so na has to be taken, na nasho, it will not get destroyed. Pratyavayo, it will not get depleted. So it will never get destroyed, it will never get depleted. Last week we were talking about a bhakti account is the only account which is non-deletable and non-depletable. No one can press the delete button. You have done, 1 day of bhakti, for example, in your whole life. What to speak of 1 day of bhakti? One holy name of Krishna we have chanted from this tongue, knowingly or unknowingly, it will remain in your bhakti sukriti account forever. No one can delete it. No one can delete it. Only the account can be frozen. Anyone remembers how the account can be frozen?
Vaishnava Aparadh.
Thank you.
Main
So,
is Vaishnava Aparadh. Yes.
yeah, thank you. Someone is saying pap. Pap is not so dangerous, to be honest. Vaishnava Aparadh. What's the difference between pap and aparadh? Here, Vaishnava Aparadh or Nam Aparadh. What's the difference
Pap
between
is
pap and aparadh?
pap is by mistake and aparadh is intentional.
Pap can also be intentional. People plan, आज बैंक लूटेंगे. They plan so much. Hacking करेंगे. I'll empty your whole account. They put lot of. They don't know you're a Krishna devotee or something. What's the difference
Prabhuji,
between? Yeah.
Prabhuji, pap is more like a reaction of an activity which is bad. But aparadh is more than that, like a crime. So pap is a sin, I think.
Sometime people kill, Hitler, he killed 10 million Jews, 6 million only in gas chambers. Was it pap or aparad? Hitler being papi or aparadi? 6 million Jews just in gas chambers, total
Both.
10 million. Severe crime, severe crime. But he didn't, at least in my knowledge, although he was vegetarian, Hitler, he wasn't doing any aparad there, he's just doing pap.
Is it Prabhu that pap doesn't hurt the devotees and aparadh hurts the devotees?
Exactly. So whenever we call the word aparad, that means Krishna's devotee is involved there. Simple. As soon as a devotee or a person which has a connection with Krishna comes into picture, even the simple thing can become aparad. You remember the story of Rupa Goswami? He was meditating and there was a Vaishnava whose legs was not working properly, and he thought Rupa Goswami is laughing at me. That's it. Rupa Goswami got aparad. What to speak of all of us? Completely unintentional. Completely unintentional. He was meditating on Krishna. He was in the Leela actually. But even if he got the aparad. So aparad means any time we hurt a person physically, mentally, verbally, intentionally, unintentionally, we hurt a devotee. Now you cannot say, oh, he's not a pure, but Prabhuji, he's not a pure devotee. No, he's a devotee. He's chanting Hare Krishna, he's bowing down to Krishna, he's doing something for Krishna, good, bad, mature, immature. That's not what Krishna counts. Obviously, the severity of aparad will matter there. But the point is, aparad means as soon as Krishna or devotee comes in the picture, that's it. You're doing deity worship and there are, 40 types of aparad. We read in NOD, for example. Aparad means Krishna or Krishna's devotee come in the picture, that becomes aparad. Now, pap, you can do any number of pap. Don't do it. That's the seventh name, aparad. But one name alone has more shakti to get rid of all the reaction of all the papas which you have done in all the lifetimes. Now, don't do it. that will become aparad, because on the name of Shakti of Nam, if you do pap, that becomes again another seventh nama aparad. But the point is, one name of Krishna is very, very powerful. It says Ajamil, why he got saved? Ajamil wasn't chanting 16 rounds, 32 rounds, following Ekadashi, Manglarti, this and that, but he still got saved. At least he got second chance, right? We are not. It says Ajamil was only a papi, he was not a paradhi. Although it's written, he was gambling, he was murdering, he was kidnapping, he threw his parents out, he threw his chaste wife out, he did all sorts of pap, but he says he was not aparadhi. Many times, if not all, we are aparadhi. We are aparadhi because we are too familiar with Krishna or Krishna's devotees. Sometimes unintentionally as well. But the point is, it says pap actually is not a big problem. Not that you should do pap. That's not what is said. The removing pap is much easier aparad, because Krishna doesn't like when you hurt his devotee. Krishna doesn't like it. So please, at your best, try not to hurt any devotee. If you're not very clear, go to some senior Vaishnava and you can inquire, Prabhuji, I don't understand why this person did like that. With a good heart, we can inquire that you may not understand, that's fine. And if you don't have that opportunity, just step back. It's not my business. Krishna will look after this devotee. I'm not his guru. I'm not a temple president, or it's not my job to correct him. Step back, and then you'll be sort of safe. Again, you can seek clarification. That's not a problem. But in a nice, compassionate mode. Prabhuji, I don't understand this. Could you please explain? Or maybe I don't have a context for it. So I don't find it very appropriate. Please explain. So yeah, those sort of things can be done in a proper mood, but generally try not to hurt any devotee on any level. Krishna doesn't like it. And then Krishna
Like,
sort of
Prabhu,
glorifying the, yes,
Prabhu, like if we get into some kind of agreement with
yeah,
any devotee on any level,
yeah,
uh, and even if the devotee is wrong maybe,
yeah,
or
possible.
or yeah, so will that constitute as a Vaishnava Prad?
Absolutely. Even if he is wrong. That's the definition. Suppose A and B, they have some sort of argument, and B is wrong. Just consider one scenario. A is right still. The point is we can't.
So
Now,
we
how
should
to
not
correct that?
argue
Sorry,
with
Prabhu.
anybody. We should not argue with any devotee.
Any devotee. That's a definition. Now, still, because if you are taking care of a service, for example, you have to do the service, right? Someone is not. You have to, yeah, tell them very, very nicely, very, very nicely. And if you are not the right person to tell them nicely, you have to find the right person who can tell them nicely. And even if they don't understand it, even through the right person, you have a right to stay away from that devotee because he's not inspiring you. But you personally, in your mind at least, sometimes, because suppose you are a temple president and someone is attacking temple, you have to, some devotee stealing money of Krishna, you have to. But you don't start with aparad. You have to say, there are 3 steps to correct. There's a whole seminar on that, how to correct a Vaishnava. But the point here is try not to get engaged in that sort of arguments, because Krishna will not like it. And there are ways for correction. And you cannot always say, okay, I cannot involve in argument. No, Arjun was fighting, Arjun was killing, Arjun even killed his Guru Maharaj. Dronacharya. So we are not saying no at all the time, but we are saying try to avoid that situation. But the situation have no other choice. Then in consultation with seniors, and sometimes maybe seniors have to talk to that Vaishnava, because you may not be able to convince that person. And
Hare Krishna,
sometimes
Prabhu.
it may be my mistake as well. Mataji, I'll just finish Amrit Prabhuji, I'll come to you. And maybe it's A's mistake, not B's mistake. A's perception is B's mistake, B's perception is A's mistake, right? So sometimes we may have to take guidance. It's a very complex subject matter.
One more
Okay,
point, Prabhu.
Prabhuji, yeah.
Yeah. So if we like 2 devotees are there and we are talking about another devotee, and like we just casually say something about him which we maybe don't like, or which we may find funny, or
Yep.
something like that. So is that also an aparad?
Yes, absolutely. Are you glorifying the Vaishnava, or are you taking some fun? पता है वो कल क्या कर रहा था? You know how much he eats. Even if you say that, Prabhu, He's eating 10 chapatis, none of our business. Krishna, Radharani is giving him or her. Yeah, so that's not, yeah, glorify Vaishnava, take inspiration. And if some Vaishnava is not giving you inspiration, for example, some are very harsh, you stay away. But from your mind, you still do samman, you still do respect. Why they are behaving in a certain way, I don't know. Right? Why they are behaving in a certain way in their life. Maybe they have some bigger troubles. I don't know. And do we have right to know? Probably not. Unless you are the spiritual master, then you can chastise. That's your duty. Suppose your son is doing something wrong, which is going to hurt him or others. As a father, it's your duty. It's your duty to sort of, correct your son in a proper way. Huh? You sometimes chastise, sometimes give love, sometimes give discipline, depending on the situation. But your dependents, if there is a scenario like that, sometimes even dependents you can't correct. These days, the world is pretty different. But the point is, yeah, glorify Vaishnavas, don't get involved. And if there is a situation where you're not able to do seva, approach some seniors and try to resolve that way. And sometimes even those will not work. Then you stay away. Sometime physically, sometime mentally. Physically means physically, and mentally means if you see them, you still say Hare Krishna. You pray for them. But I'm not going to correct you because I'm not authorized to correct you. You may be wrong, may be wrong. You're right. That's all right. Yeah, stay cool.
Thank you, Guru. Thank
It's a
you.
difficult subject matter. Supriya Mataji, I'll just seen Sakhi Radhika Mataji's hand first. I'll come to you, Mataji. Sakhi Radhika Mataji, if you want.
Very quickly, I wanted to ask in this same what Amrit Prabhu is saying, similar to that. Sometimes we make mistake and out of immaturity or whatever, and then we ask for forgiveness, and the other devotee does forgive. But in the context of Dhruv Maharaj, we see that even though forgiveness was like she asked, Suniti asked, Suruchi asked for forgiveness, but later on, because she did aparadh, she had the suffering. So
Yes.
similar thing happens, even though they
Yeah.
have forgiven, but we
Yeah.
also see in some circumstances like Amrish Maharaj and Durvasa Muni and the what is his name, the Chappal, the Gopal Chappal
Gopal
in
Chapal, yeah. Yeah.
yeah,
Shivas Thakur, yeah.
Shivas Thakur.
Yeah.
So in these cases, they were
Forgiven.
delivered. They were
Yeah.
okay. So
Yeah.
just wanted to understand that
Sure.
what happens, like what is
Yeah.
the procedure?
Thank you. Very nice question, Mataji. In some cases, we see um, two Vaishnavas have some misunderstanding. A forgives B, for example, and B was on fault. Just one scenario. And A forgives, and B asks for apology. A forgives, and we see some cases B gets delivered. Some cases we see B is not getting delivered. Now I'll give you one more example, Mataji, and the answer will be very clear. Daksha. Daksha, who was criticizing Lord Shiva, even in the next birth, and all the story happened in fourth, even the next, he actually cursed Narad Muni. Acharyas explained, Daksha's heart was still not clear. So when you're asking for apology, for example, but your heart is not clear, you're just doing a formality, for example, or you have very little realization of your mistake, not full realization, then this is what happens, because says Suruchi, she left her body in the jungle fire when she was looking for Uttama because of the aparad she made to Dhruv Maharaj. I'll give you one more example from Ramayana. Is that clear, Mataji? Sakiradka Mataji? So your
Yes, Prabhu.
heart, when you're
Clear.
asking for apology, should be really telling you, bursting, that I really did a big mistake. I really did blunder. He's such a nice Vaishnava and I made mistake for him. No, no, no. So making mistake is not a problem. We all make mistake. But when you realize, when you really repent, no, 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 I was really wrong. I really seek forgiveness. And this Vaishnava has a key for me to go back to Godhead. Tirth
Yeah.
Maharaj said, every Vaishnava you displease, you should think, this is the only Vaishnava who has the key. Who has the key. If he doesn't give me the key, I cannot board the plane. Go and ask for forgiveness. Now, situations will vary differently, but that's the point, Mataji. So your heart should be clear. Or if you are just doing formality, oh, वैसे गलती मेरा नहीं था, but मैं माफी मांग लेता हूँ. I didn't do mistake, but I'll ask for apology. People say that actually. मेरा गलती नहीं है गुरु महाराज, but you're saying it, तो उससे कुछ नहीं होता. Sorry, बहुत कम होता है. So the point
Yes, sir.
is your heart crying? Are you really repenting? If you're not repenting, then formalities, Krishna is not stupid. Then he'll
Yeah.
say, okay, you still have to suffer.
Suffer, yeah.
So when we say ask for apology, ask for forgiveness, that means your heart should say, no, no, I was wrong, and I will try, Krishna. Please save me that I never commit this mistake to anyone else ever. If your heart says like, then everything is sarva dharman prati mamekam sharanam ja aham tvam sarva papebhyo. Huh?
Hmm.
Krishna says sarva papebhyo.
And on
So
that note, Gaur Govind Maharaj was saying, Krishna will say, I will take all your sinful reaction. But
yes,
Radharani is one step ahead. She will give you bhakti also. Krishna will not,
Hari
never says, I will give you bhakti on that note. And
Hare
also he
Krishna.
was telling about on the same, Hari Naam is aparadhe tare Hari Naam, Tomas thane aparadhe nai paritran from the
Yeah, yeah.
E baro karuna karo
So
Vaishnava Gosai, the
Toma
Vaishnav song.
sthane aparadhe tare hari naam. Toma sthane means we're talking to Lord Vishnu, Krishna. Toma sthane aparadhe. If a Vaishnava, sorry, a devotee or a non-devotee, criticizes Krishna, for example, Tare Hari Naam. We chant Hare Krishna Mahamantra or say Ram Naam, Tare Hari Naam, you will get delivered. But Thomas, Vaishnava Aparadhe, Aparadhe Nahi Paritran, then you cannot get delivered. Because Krishna says, Mujhe gali de do, mere bachche ko mat dena. Huh? So you can abuse me, you can say anything to me, don't say. And isn't it natural in the material world as well? A mother or father will not mind so much if you abuse them, but if you abuse their child, they'll get disturbed. Nrsimhadev was disturbed, not because Hiranyakashipu was, paining Lord Krishna. He can't pain. But because Prahlad was getting tortured, Nrsimhadev got so angry. How can you disturb Prahlad? He is my devotee. And if you touch my devotee, then you say, you scratch my car, I scratch your face. You touch my boy, I'm going to take, everything out of you. That's what Lord is. Lord loves devotees so much, so much. And sometimes we forget that. Is that okay, Sakira Mataji? So,
Thank you, Prabhu. Thank you for the answer.
Supriya Mataji.
Yes, Prabhu. My question is the Vaishnava Aparadh only the neophyte Vaishnavas do for Madhyam Adhikari, or it is for
Any
when we
permutation
add someone
combination.
new? Sorry, sir, Prabhu.
Any permutation combination. So a new can do aparadh to a senior, senior can do aparadh to a junior, a middle, kanistha, madhyama can do to a madhyama,
Ah,
anywhere. But the
okay,
severity will
Prabhu.
matter. Suppose I'm a new bhakta, I saw sannyasi, I did not bow down, for example, just because I don't know the etiquette. So it's not such a severe aparadh. It's my ignorance. But suppose I know and I don't do it. Suppose my body is sick, that's a different scenario, but at least you can fold your hands. Even with your eyes, sometime we do. Say, Bhishma Pitama, when he was lying down on Mrityushaya, different devotees were coming, including his Guru Maharaj. Parashuram also came. So he could not lift the hand because his hands are also stuck on the ground. So he was doing pranam with the eyes. Parikshit Maharaj, when he was welcoming sages, sometime with the head, sometimes we are singing and someone comes, we
Yeah.
say through the head, sometimes through the eyes as well. But that's okay. You are doing that as best as possible. So anyone can do any aparadh, but the severity obviously will matter. If you are literally ignorant, you didn't know, the severity will be less. If you knew, my Guru Maharaj said one very nice thing. He said, when you really plan something against a Vaishnava, I'm going to bring this Vaishnava down. He's becoming very popular. And you write a big email to community, for example, 300 people. That's an aparadh. Now, accidentally, while walking in the temple room, your leg touched with another Vaishnava, accidentally, right? That's not such a big thing. Although he got hurt little bit, but it's an accident. You did not plan it. But as soon as we plan, how can I stop this Vaishnava doing something, for example? That's an aparadh. Simple, simple definition. We are going to hurt someone verbally, mentally also. Next time when I see him, I will let him know. I will let him know. I'll be ready. I'll be ready. That's it. You're finished. You have not committed as yet. You have thought about it. Next time I'm going to teach him the lesson. And if you physically do it, then it's not a good case. Is that okay, Mataji? Okay, I'll take
Yes,
last
thank
question here. We just started the class. Kajal Mataji.
Prabhuji, so my question is, like if we have a Vaishnav friend and like friends like to make jokes about each other,
Absolutely fine.
so is that fine? Like is that
No,
still gonna
absolutely
count as
fine.
a
Sakyaras. Krishna has many friends. So you can definitely have friendly jokes, but you're not hurting each other. Huh? Arjun says, I was doing jokes with you. In Bhagavad Gita, Arjun will say, and please forgive me. Arjun had this mood of awe and reverence, and Krishna didn't like it. Krishna didn't like it. When Devaki Maya and Vasudevji started looking Krishna after the murder of Kansa, when Krishna came into the cell and saw Vasudev and Devaki thought, he's God, he has killed Kansa. Krishna didn't like it because they lost the Vatsalya bhava. They got into the Dasya bhava, so their bhava went lower. But Krishna was expecting they should chastise. He is my father and mother. And Krishna started crying very loudly. It says that in Bhagavatam. He started crying like a baby. Then Devaki thought, no, he cannot be God. He's crying. Look at this boy, 10-year-old boy, he's crying. Then she immediately went and hugged Krishna. So he wanted to upgrade. So yes, Sakya is perfectly valid, Mataji. Huh? As far as we are not hurting others, that's the bottom line, huh? Even by words. Someone I've seen and heard, and I'm sure you would have seen as well. Some devotee is not able to speak good English, for example. His pronunciation is not good. Another one's making caricature out of that devotee. You know how this devotee, they will name it, how this devotee will speak this sentence? That's aparad actually. Huh? Maybe your English is very good, his English is not good. So what? Krishna is not giving you the Vaikuntha passport and visa based on your English ability. He's giving your bhakti ability. He's such a wonderful devotee. He may have some problem in speaking, for example. Maybe he's walking. He has some external disability, for example, bodily external disability. If someone looks at it and look at this Vaishnava, they will not call it Vaishnava. That's an aparad actually, just by looking at and thinking about his bodily disabilities. There are many, we'll read in NOI how we should ignore these external disabilities or external things. The devotee is a pure devotee or aspiring devotee. It doesn't matter. That's none of our business. We cannot say, oh, I can do aparad to a neophyte, but not to a senior Vaishnava. What's the definition? What's the definition? Neophytes chanting 16 rounds, going to temple. But anyway, just one last thing. We are allowed, as per Shastra, someone doesn't inspire you in bhakti, you can stay away. Sometimes physical distance also you have to maintain. Because he has hurt you in the past, for example, he's still hurting you. Physical distance is perfectly valid solution. It's a wise solution. Actually, you should distance yourself from that Vaishnava. Sometimes mental. You see in the temple, Hare Krishna, how are you? And just move on. You don't have to sit and talk about the whole world with them. Yeah. Anyway, make good devotee friends who inspire you. I said friends should have three abilities. They should know you, they should love you, and they should able to give you shelter. Shelter means shastric shelter. And they should know you, what's your nature, and they should love you, like they should be well-wisher. I really like this person to become a devotee. That's why I say Guru loves you the most, because he has no other agenda except to uplift you. So a Vaishnav Guru loves you the most. He may not see you so much, he may not touch you, he may not give you blessings, and but he prays for you from his heart, and Krishna says, okay, ये तो नालायक है, but because Guru has prayed for you, you'll go back. Because Guru is a priya devotee. Kintu prabhorya priya evatasya. Because Guru is very priya devotee. That's why you try to please your Guru. You may be a murkha. Chaitanya Mahaprabhu's spiritual master, Ishwarpuri, said to, Tumi murkha. Ishwarpuri is saying to Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, Tumi murkha, toma nahi Vedanta adhikar. You are a complete fool. He's telling to Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, you are a complete fool. You have no adhikar on Vedanta. Krishna mantra japa sada, ei mantra sar. You just chant Krishna, 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 Krishna. This mantra is the sar, summary of everything. Don't have to worry about Vedanta, this and that. This is what is spoken by Ishwar Puri to Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. Now you can understand how much intelligent we are. Chaitanya Mahaprabhu is called as Murkha by his spiritual master. So our spiritual master calls us Murkha, Papi. We are so fortunate because behind the scene, he's not chastised. Actually, he's praying, itna मूर्ख बच्चा है. Krishna, please, थोड़ा और नीचे आ जाओ. Put your standard down because this disciple or this bacha is so chota. That's why be connected with your spiritual master. Yen ken prakaran. Try to render little seva, maybe physically or maybe by Vani, whatever is possible for you. Because spiritual master loves you. Prabhupada said, I don't skill love you. I love you, but I don't skill love you. Other people may skill love you. How are you? How's your flu? 102 today, 101, which may be a valid question, but not always talking about this material things. Spiritual master. So, how's your bhakti going? How's your plan to conquer death is going? How's your going in the instruction I gave you last time? Huh? Are you still going to temple every day or every week? He will ask you these questions and you'll be like, head down. Kya bolo? We should be ready to listen his instruction and try to adopt as best as possible. Okay. Kajal Mataji, is it okay?
Yes, Prabhuji, thank you.
I know it's a big topic. Let's come back. So there is no nash, no destruction, and no depletion on this account. Salpam, even if you do little bit, one Harinam, one forceful name also of Lord Vishnu, Ram, Krishna, any bona fide name of Lord will help you. Traite Mahato Bhayat. What does Bhaya mean? Bhaya means the fear of getting sinful reactions. So when we perform sin, all of us, knowingly or unknowingly, we get some reaction, and those reactions cause fear in our heart. When we don't perform sin, that's why in 16.1 you will see in Bhagavad Gita itself, you will see Abhayam Sattva Sanshrutir. For a sannyasi, the first quality of a sannyasi is Abhay. Abhay, no bhay. It doesn't mean, a bomb is blasting and sannyasi will not get out of that scene. No, Abhay means he has no bhay. Krishna is there. He's not performing any sin. He has no bhay. A devotee is fearless. Not because he's very strong, 300 kilo devotee, he can lift 500 and kick out, 50 gundas. That's not the point here. Abhay means he has no fear of the material existence. Nevo duje paraduratya vaitaranya. Prahlad Maharaj says, I have no fear for myself. Twadabhira gayan mahamrit bhagnichitta, because I am constantly chanting your glories. But I have one anxiety. What is my anxiety? Maya sukhaya bharam udato vedunan. जो विमूढ़ हैं, the super foolish people who are against you, I'm worried about them, how they're going to go back to Godhead. So if you want to become fearless, get in touch with Krishna. Yesham tandakadam papam jananam punya karmanam. So pap should completely stop and only punya. Here punya refers to bhakti. Bhaktin mukhe sukriti. So you're performing bhakti as best as possible in your varna and ashrama, in your physical situation and mental situation. And yesham tant gatam papam. Papam has to be anta. No more pap. At least in our knowledge. We are not hurting anyone, including your body. You're not allowed to hurt your body. It's not your body. It's Krishna's body. If you're initiated, it's your guru's body. You have lost that adhikar, including your body. So respect your body. Take care of your body very nicely, because it's not your body. Whatever is best possible, you make your body healthy, people happy and healthy around you as best as possible, and serve Krishna. Okay, let's move forward. 41. The 40 and 41, very, very important verses. Vyavasayatmika buddhir ekehe kurunanda bahushakahinantascha. Many times devotees, when pronouncing this verse, they say buddhyo vyavasayinam. So which is fine in this, but actually it's buddhyo avyavasayinam. So there's two words, vyavasay, avyavasay. So in the last, buddhyo avyavasayinam is there. And you can see Prabhupada has written avyavasayinam. So we have done this as a vyavasayatmika buddhir ekehe kurunandana. What does vyavasay means? Last time we discussed. Business. So Krishna is saying, have a business-like intelligence. Krishna is speaking like that. What does business mean here? Profit. सच में profit चाहिए. Krishna भी कह रहा profit चाहिए. कोई वाह मजा आ गया. Krishna is also profit-looking God. Yes, Krishna is saying, have this profit-earning mentality. But what is the profit he's saying? What is the profit? पैसा कमाना है.
You should only think about me.
You should only think about me.
Nandana.
Thank you, Mata. So the profit definition is not just money. If money helps you to remember Krishna, go for it. Honestly, become the richest person in the world. Money is not a problem. Big position, power, beauty, that's not a problem. Sometimes in immature state, some devotees say, no, again. Actually, none of them are problem. There's Krishna's opulence. But if you identify with them and forget your relationship with Krishna, that's a problem. I am the rich person. I am beautiful. I have knowledge. That's it. Khatam. Khatam. Krishna has given me some money, intelligence, power, beauty, whatever. That's perfect. No problem. Thank you. And I will use this in Krishna Seva. My father gave me $100. I will try to use that $100 in my father's service. And while serving my father or Krishna or spiritual master, I will definitely get whatever I get. I'll be happy with that. Father gave me $100 back. Father may give me $5 back. Father may not give me anything. Prabhu, last year, I donated to temple $200,000. $200,000. And they didn't even give me a plate of prasadam. People complained. $200,000, Prabhu. Not even a plate of prasadam. I was not asking a garland. So if you have this mentality of expectation back, then maybe. I'm not saying they should not reciprocate. We should all reciprocate with each other, even with the smallest seva. But the point is, as soon as we have some asha, this I have done for this much for this devotee at least should do 10% of that. मैंने उसको कितना look after किया, when he was sick, I went to the hospital. He can't even call me and ask me how I am. No, he can't. He shouldn't. But if he calls you, that's nice. But if he doesn't call you, it's perfectly fine. When I was doing seva and I was expecting it back, that means my seva had a flaw. My seva bhav had a flaw. And that's where we have to become mature. And then we become mature, we'll not get impacted. He didn't call me, that's fine. That's absolutely fine. Maybe I should call him and find out, Prabhuji, are you okay? I haven't seen you for 2 months or something. Are you okay? Everything is fine with you? Can I do anything for you? Genuinely. If you cannot do anything, at least pray for that Vaishnava. Radha Gopinath, he is not coming to temple for 2 months. I know he's healthy. He is a bit disconnected. Please arrange something for this Vaishnava. He can start coming back to temple, back in your seva. That we can pray. Okay, so Vyavasaya Buddhi, profit and loss, very, very important. Anything which gives you remembrance of Krishna, which is profit. Anything which gives you forgetfulness of Krishna is loss. Chaitanya Mahaprabhu asked Rai Ramanand, what is the worst thing for a devotee? Now, Rai Ramanand did not say losing money, losing power, getting old age, getting death. No, he said forgetfulness of Krishna is the worst thing for a devotee. Thank you, Acharya Prabhu. So if you forget Krishna, that's the worst thing. If you get sick, you lose your money, family, position, power, that's nothing. That can be actually a blessing for you. But if you forget Krishna, that is the worst thing. So, Smritabhya Satam Vishnu, Vismrityo na jatuchit. So, Smritya Satatam Vishnu. Satatam is constant remembrance of Krishna or Vishnu. Vismrityo na jatuchit. And never forget Krishna. These two rules, whatever Bhagavad Gita, Bhagavatam we are doing, chanting we are doing, service we are doing, it should ultimately lead to remembrance of Krishna. Remembrance of Krishna. That's called Vyavasaya, okay? Atmika, but if you Bahushakha, if you're thinking too many things, Krishna, I'm also trying to become a devotee, but that's number 10. But I have 9 things to fix first, then I'll come to Krishna. Prabhu, you're not chanting. I'll definitely chant. As soon as I finish my work, I'll chant. Some days you may have to do that, but generally we give priority to Krishna. I said, if you give priority to Krishna, Krishna will give you the priority. You can make a note of it. I've also heard it, but you prioritize Krishna in your life, Krishna will prioritize you in your life. So if you want to be in the priority list of Krishna, Krishna will look at Ananda Krishna Das, number 1. Because Ananda Krishna Das is putting first priority of Krishna in his life. Baki sukh dukh aata rahega. Some days will be dukha, some days will be sukha, but yeah, even in dukha days, actually it says dukha mein sumiran sab kare, sukh mein kare na koi. Jo sukh mein sumiran kare, dukh kahe koi. In dukha, definitely in sukha also. Because sukha and dukha both will go. Okay, let's move forward. 42 we didn't do, right? 42 last week. Okay,
No, we
let's start
didn't.
this. Okay, let's start here. Who would like to read? Just read one at a time, and we'll do one verse.
Yamimam pushpitam vacham
Yamimam pushpitam vacham
pravadante avipaschitah
pravadanti avipaschitah
vedavada ratapartham
vedavada rataha partha
Vedavada Rata Partha
Nanyad astiti vadana.
Nanyadastiti vadina.
Nanyadastiti
Nanyad
vadina.
astiti vadina.
Okay, let's do the second
Kamatsu
as well because yeah, the translation is merged. Yes, Prabhuji, please.
kamatmanah swargapara.
Kamatmanaha
Kamatmana
swargapara.
Kamatma
sarvapara.
Janma
sarvapara.
karma phala pradam.
Jadma
Dharma
karma
karma
phala
Dharma
pradam.
pradam.
phala padam.
Kriya vishesh bahulam.
Sriya
Kriya
Vishesha
visesha
Bahulam.
Kriya
bahulam.
vichesha bahulam.
Bhogeshvarya gatim prati.
Bhogaishvarya
Bhogaishvarya
Gatim
gatim
Prati.
Bhogeshwaryan
prati.
gatim prati.
Translation, Prabhuji?
Men of men of small knowledge are very much attached to the flowery words of the Vedas, which recommend various fruitive activities for elevation to heavenly planets, resultant good birth, power, and so forth. Being desirous of sense gratification and opulent life, they say that there is nothing more than this.
Thank you, Prabhuji. So yam imam pushpitam vacham. So if you look at the word pushpa, pushpa means flowery, huh? So yam imam, whatever I have said. Now Krishna has said this. So Krishna himself is contradicting his statements. Now here it's not a contradiction. You can say it's a hierarchy has changed now. Huh? So previously what he was talking about karma kanda. You see this section here, karma kanda. What he said in 230, hatova prapsasi swargam. Maroge. If you die, you'll go to Sargloka. And if you are alive, what will happen? You will enjoy the Prithviloka Samrajya. Huh? So both ways he was talking about profit loss calculation in a material terms. Now he himself is saying, hang on a second, Yam Imam, whatever I just said, Pushpitam Vacham, they're very flowery words. Who is saying that? Pravidanti is speaking, Avipashchita. Vipashchita refers to discrimination. Avipashchita means one who does not have any discriminatory power. That means he is not so intelligent. So one who is not so intelligent cannot discriminate between good and bad. They talk about this language of going to Sargloka and enjoying there. Huh? Now Krishna himself is saying 9th chapter, obviously later hasn't come, 9:21, he says, Shine Purne Mrityulokam Vishanti. So you go to Sargloka and enjoy, no problem. But what happens as soon as your punya is finished? Suppose you go in a hotel or motel, wherever, huh? You have $500. So you can eat and enjoy up to $500. And once your $500 is finished, what they will say? Will they give you any extra food or something? They say, Hare Krishna, bahar niklo, get out from here. So punya is like that debit card. Huh? Someone was saying, what's the difference between papa and punya? Punya is like a debit card. So you have your money and then you spend. And papa is like a credit card. You enjoy first and suffer later. Pap is like suffer first and enjoy later. Suffer first means you need to do your pious activity, which takes effort. So, but at least have your debit card. Don't have the credit card. Not good. Huh? They will tempt you with so many offers and they will send you the bill. 22% interest. Oh my God, I never knew about it. And they will charge so much money. Huh? So debit cards are still okay. Huh? But Krishna say even go beyond this debit card. Huh? Punya, beyond punya and swarga and all that. Definitely we should do punya, but the real punya is coming closer to Krishna is the real punya. Material punya will finish. Anyway, Vedvad Rataha Partha. So who says all this now? Avipashyataha. Krishna is saying this. Vedvad Rata. They are Vedvadis. Now here Vedvadis, you have to understand this word here. We'll explain this more in Ishopanishad. I'll explain a little here. Vedvad Rataha. Vedvadata means who read the Vedas and conclude the Vedas in a certain way. In the Vedas, generally speaking, 75% section of the Vedas are talking about Karma Kanda. You'll be surprised. Karma Kanda means you do this yajna, you'll get a result. You do this yajna, you get another result. You this punya, you help this poor person, you do this, you get this punya. So different temptations are given in the Vedic culture, which is true. It's not wrong. You want to go to Swargloka, do this yajna. You want to go to this loka, you do this yajna. You want to make your ancestors happy, do this. Hundreds of different varieties of things are given. And that's why when Narad Muni came to Vyasadeva and Vyasadeva was saying, my Guru Maharaj, I'm not satisfied. He said, because you have not written anything which takes human beyond it. So most of the sections in Vedic culture are talking about Karma Kanda. Now next we talk about Jnana Kanda. Gyan Kanda is also given. So once you are fed up with all these material transactions. Material transaction means I do good, I go to Sargloka, and then I go to Narakloka, then I go to Prithviloka, then I go to Patal Loka, then I go to Pitarloka, then I go to this Loka, that Loka. Is like, get out of all this. I want to be on zero. I want to go beyond. That's called Jnana Kanda. Jnana Kanda means you're touching the transcendence from outside, Brahma Jyoti, going out from this material nature, which is fine. So Jnana Kanda is Karma Kanda is like a negative axis. Jnana Kanda is like 0, 0, x, y, 0, 0. Huh? You're not minus, you're not plus. But Bhakti, Upasana Kanda, so 25% section in Vedas are given as Upasana Kanda. So first you can say Karma Kanda, then Jnana Kanda, then Upasana Kanda. Now Upasana Kanda leads you, Upasana Kanda refers to Upanishads. Upanishads start touching Krishna, but very slightly. Huh? They give you the definition, but they do not give you so clearly. And then Upasana Kanda leads you to Bhakti. So Bhakti is given, but you have to extract the Bhakti. That's why they say Srimad Bhagavatam is the ripened fruit of the Vedic tree. So it's all tree. Vedic tree is like a valkal. Valkal means, you understand, the chal of Krishna. What do you call the skin? Huh? Skin of the tree. But who eats the skin? Anyone eats the skin of a tree? You go to a mango tree, start eating the skin. The skin is so sweet. No, no. Mango kahan hai? Where is the mango? So Srimad Bhagavatam is like that mango. So it is the same tree, but it's the fruit of that tree, which is very, very ripened. And there is no gutli, there is no skin on that mango. You just drink. Just drink Srimad Bhagavatam. Huh? So it is coming from Vedas, no problem. It is the natural commentary on Vedanta, but that's what we like to take from that tree. So Vedvadartha here refers to people who are talking about Karma Kanda section, which is given in majority in Vedas. And they will just say, you go to this Brahman, Maharaj, kaun sa yajna karenge? Shani ka yajna, Shukra ka yajna, Mangal ka yajna. Huh? Different yajnas are there, and they will tell you, just give me 50,000 rupees and you sit at home, watch your TV, India-Pakistan match, I'll do the yajna for you. Just send me 50,000 rupees. Maharaj, problem solving. Oh, there's more grahas coming. Send me now 1 lakh rupees. I'll do this Gaudan for you, this and that, and you just keep watching the match. They suck all the money, nothing happens to you. Huh? Anyway, so Vedvadartha Partha. So one who is doing Vedvadartha, they are called Avipaschita. They don't have any discriminatory power. Huh? Discrimination is, how can I get rid of this cycle of birth and death eternally, not temporary, not just go to Sargloka and live there for 10,000 years and come back again. Huh? Eternally. That is called Vipaschitaha. They are bhaktas. What is the nature of these people? Na anyat astiti vadana. They will not say anything else. You go to a Karm Kandi Brahman, will he say, chant Hare Krishna, go to ISKCON? If you say you go to ISKCON, Hare Muhammad jana. Sara paisa videsh ko bhejte hain. They send all the monies to foreign countries. Such a misconception. यहाँ अपना manage नहीं होता है. Temples are unable to manage their own expenses, and they say they send all the money to America. And so many misconceptions are there. Huh? They will brainwash you. Prabhupada said, you don't have a brain. What I'm going to wash? Prabhupada said, the brainwash court case in America. Huh? Prabhupada said, but you don't have a brain. And imagine if you have a brain, it's all dirty. And it had to. Amog Leela Prabhu once asked this question. He said, literally, he said, there were like 10,000. He said, Hum dhobi hain, hum dhobi hai. He was putting nare. We are washermen, we are washermen. He said, Ganda hai to wash to karna padega na. Because your mind is so dirty. And what's the dirt? Kam, Krodh, Lobh. These 3 viruses. Huh? Everyone has it. Huh? Everyone has Kam, Krodh, Lobh. L-A-G. Lust, anger, greed. L-A-G. Huh? So he said, because you have virus, I have to put antivirus. What is antivirus? Hare Nam, Hare Nam, Hare Nam eva kevalam, kalau nastev, 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 gatirannitha. That's antivirus. When this antivirus goes, where the virus goes? Out. If the antivirus doesn't go, what's in? Lag. So put antivirus in and take the virus out. Huh? Simple as that. Chant Hare Krishna and be happy. But these guys are not going to say anything. Na anyat asti. They will not say anything else. Why? Kamatmana Swargpara. Their kama, their desirous is like their being. Swargpara, Swarg jane ki ichha. And why are they going to Swargloka? Why Indians want to go to America? Bhoga. Isn't it? Janma, karma, phal pratan. They want to have a special janma and a special karma in America. Just comparing, huh? A little person in India, sometimes they want to go to America jana, Europe jana, Paris, Eiffel Tower, this, that. Why?
Right, Taylor.
Hare Krishna. Kriya, or for that, what do? Kriya Vishesh Bahulam. Bahulam means very Vishesh yagyas, very special yagyas they do to take birth in Sargloka. Bhog Aishwarya Gatim Prati, because Bhoga and Aishwarya. So Bhoga refers to sense gratification, Aishwarya refers to that feeling of power. I want to be very powerful in the material world. So their whole existence is based on Bhoga and Aishwarya. They want to take birth in Sargloka. For that, they do different types of sacrifices, very special pious activities, and they take birth there and they enjoy, no problem. And they keep talking about the same thing. But if you see the overall, what Krishna is calling them, one word, avipashchitaha. They are not so intelligent. So Krishna is saying, don't get inside this too much. There are flowery words of Vedas. They are not the reality. They are not the gist. They are not the summary or the conclusion of Vedas. Why? Krishna is expanding this verse. Beautiful verse. Who can read quickly? Acharya Mr. Prabhu or Mataji, anyone?
Yes, Mataji. Huh? Okay. That's okay, Mataji. Someone else was staying. That's okay.
I can read, Prabhuji.
जल्दी जल्दी पढ़ना है आपके में नहीं. Yes, Mata, please go.
भोगैश्वर्य प्रसक्तानां तया
You read it to yourself, Mata. Yeah, please carry on.
तया पाहृतचेतसां व्यवसायात्मिका बुद्धि समाधौ न विधीयते. In the minds of those who are too attached to sense enjoyment and material opulence and who are bewildered by such things, the resolute determination for devotional service to the Supreme Lord does not take place.
Thank you, Mataji. So, Bhoga Aishwarya, you see the same things are coming from the previous verse. So, there are two main things, main objective you can say for those Kamatmana Sarga Prajarma Kalpadam, Bhoga and Aishwarya. Bhoga, lot of sense gratification I have to do. And Aishwarya, I should be very opulent, very powerful position. Prasakta Nam. So, there's something called Asakta, which is called Prasakta. Supremely Asakta, supremely attached to that. Bhoga and Aishwarya. So, what is the reality in that? Taya apaharat chetasam, their chitta, their cheta, their consciousness is being abducted. Apaharan. In Hindi, there's a word called apaharan, kidnap. Suppose a boy is going from home to school and some hooligans, some gundas come and they kidnap the boy, right? And when they kidnap the boy, what do they ask? Some ransom. Money chahiye, paisa chahiye, 5 crore rupees. I'll release your boy. So, who is abducting our consciousness here? LAG. Lag, kama, krodha, lobha, which is bottom line of bhoga and aishwarya. This is what the people perform sinful activities, isn't it? And if you come in me and my sense gratification, I will wipe you out, isn't it? Because you are coming between me. I want to become the, I don't know, MP, MLA, CM, Chief Minister, and you are coming in between me. What I will do? हटा देंगे. सुपारी, everyone knows सुपारी. खाने वाली नहीं. सुपारी देंगे. Whatever I'll do, I'll remove you. I'll wipe you out. Why? Because my consciousness been abducted. My consciousness is not clear, and that's why we are known as conditioned soul. We're not clear. We're not clean. Vyavasayatmika buddhi. Which verse is talked about? 241, you remember? Vyavasayatmika buddhi ekehe kurunandana. So what our goal is, ekehe kurunandana. That's our goal, right? Smrattavyasatam Vishnu. That's our goal. But if you want to achieve that goal, you can't, because you have bhoga and aishwarya. So, suppose, imagine you have so many desires to fulfill. Can you become a pure devotee along with those desires without connecting with Krishna? You can't. You have to prioritize Krishna. You can't. And that's why Prabhupada says, bhakti and sense gratification goes ill together. You cannot keep enjoying the material world. My Guru Maharaj said, you can't have your fit in the two boats. We are trying to fit one leg in the material boat. Materially be successful hona hai. Look at this Prabhu, such a good job, such a good health, such a good wealth, such a big position. And he's a good devotee as well. We want to hear that, isn't it? Who wants to lose the job, wealth, family and all that? Tell me. Who? No one. Amrit Prabhu is ready. Wait a second, when Krishna will test you tomorrow. Sorry. Only Kunti Maharani can say that. 1:825 Vibda Shandata Shastra Tatra Tatra Jagat Guru. Very high position. Theoretically, it's very easy to say. One devotee was giving class, and when he was saying this verse, he's saying honestly in the class, say, Bhagwan, Kunti Maharani is saying, I'm not saying this. Vipita Shanduta Shashwat. Send me Vipitas for eternity. He said, Bhagwan, I'm repeating what Kunti said. I did not say that. He said, you never know when Krishna will take this as my words. I'm not ready for it. I'm not ready to call Vipita. Sampada mein bhi itna dukh hota hai. We are not ready. Most of us, I'm not sure about individual, we are not ready. We are not ready. Prabhupada was once shown a poetry, a poem by Hridayananda Maharaj. Very, very intelligent disciple of Srila Prabhupada. Is still there. Very big sannyasi, very nice. Anyway, he wrote a poem, and in the poem, there are different stanzas. So in each stanza, on the last line, he said, Krishna, your devotee is waiting. Krishna, your devotee is waiting. After every fourth line, this was there. Prabhupada read the poem. Nice. He said, give me the pen. So he took the pen and he cut the devotee word. And he's saying, aspiring, aspiring, aspiring. I'm aspiring to be your devotee. Prabhupada said, devotee is a big word. Devotee is a very big word. Sometimes we just casually call, wo devotee hai? Devotee nahi hai. As if we are devotees. Just by putting tilak and kanti, we become devotee. In 40 rupees devotee. Among the say 200 rupees ka kurta, 100 rupees dhoti, 10 rupees tilak. In 450 rupees, we become a devotee. Or if Mataji is there, 2,000 rupees gopi dress, you become a devotee. Acha. In $40 or $10, you can become devotee, huh? Krishna is not cheap. Krishna is very expensive in that sense. Vedeshu durlabham adurlabham atmabhavta. Very, very difficult to achieve from Vedas. Anyway, so if your bottom line is bhoga and aishwarya, sense gratification and material opulence, vyavasatmika buddhi samadho na vidhiyate, you will not get samadhi in Krishna. Will you get samadhi? Because abhi chinta hai na, I only have Toyota Corolla, BMW nahi hai. Toyota Corolla, only Toyota. I only have 4-bedroom house. Look at that dignity. 8-bedroom house hai. 8-bedroom house. Even a dog has a house. So, samadho na vidhiyate. If you want to please Krishna, maybe. Again, the Aishwarya is not condemned. It's our identification with the Aishwarya which is condemned. Aishwarya is Lakshmi is Krishna's. So, Lakshmi Devi is a pure devotee. Okay? So, try to simply, my Guru Maharaj said, keep it simple. There's a acronym, KISS. Keep it simple, stupid. Keep things simple. My Guru Maharaj said, if you have simplicity in your life, then you have more time for Krishna. If you have 7 bills to pay, 2 insurances, 3 cars, 5 houses, your time will just go in this. So you need some facility, definitely, that's fine, but don't overdo it. Don't overdo it. Keep it as best as possible, simple, and give as best as possible much time to Krishna. Give your energy, time, money, whatever skills Krishna has given to Krishna. That's eternal. That's eternal. Everything else will be taken away in due course of time. So don't go too much after this bhoga and aishwarya. So what you should do? Krishna is recommending. So Arjuna will say, okay, you've just said this pushpitam vacham, they are flowery words. These people are avipaschitaha, they are not able to discriminate properly. So what should I do? Krishna says, Traigunya Vishya Veda, Nistraigunya Bhavarjun. Traigunya Vishya Veda. What is the Vishya? What is the subject matter of Veda? Traigunya. They're talking about 3 modes of material nature. They're talking about goodness, passion, and ignorance. The subject matter, practically speaking, in the Veda mostly is Traigunya Vishya. Talking about 3 modes of material nature. And Vedic culture is very good. They're uplifting people. And that's why I say our Vedic culture is very inclusive. You see other religions, they call exclusivism. If you don't believe in, say, Jesus, you'll go to hell and burn forever. We don't say that. Our Vedic philosophy is very different, very inclusive. No matter who you are, where you are, you can connect with Krishna. Even if you're mode of ignorance, Vedic culture trying to uplift you. It's so powerful. You want to eat meat, actually Vedic culture allows it. Not on the highest level, but you can. But when you have, say, mansa means this birth I'm killing you, next birth you will kill me. So tell in the goat's ear that this birth I'm killing you, next birth I give you right to kill me. Now imagine you say this every Amavas night. Every Amavas night, you'll think, oh my God, I already given adhikar to these 6 goats. Nahi chahiye. And they say you have to kill yourself, has to be Amavasna, there has to be a place. All these rules and regulations are given. So even Vedic culture trying to uplift a person who are in mode of ignorance, and there are Puranas for this as well. There's no problem with that, huh? But they're trying to. Then they will talk about the Swargloka, then they will talk about the Jyoti, and then they will talk about the Bhakti part. Huh? So Bhakti is the highest. So we can go step by step, or we can take the elevator, huh? Which is what we are trying to do. Bhakti Yoga is like elevator. So Krishna is saying, Nishtraya Gunyo Bhavarjun. So go beyond these three modes of material nature. We'll talk about more in 14th chapter, which is the three modes of material nature. Nishtraya Gunyo Arjun, you have to go beyond these three modes of material nature. Arjun means all of us. Huh? Not even mode of goodness is perfect, because mode of goodness in this material world is not perfect. Huh? It will bring you down eventually. Nirdvando. What does Dvanda mean? Anyone knows what does Dvanda mean? You've used this word.
Duality.
Dualities. What does duality mean? Can you give an example, Mata?
Hot, cold.
Sorry, hot, cold. Thank you, Prabhuji. Hot, cold, or
happiness, sadness.
Sanskrit.
Sukh, dukh.
Sukha, dukha, man, apman, sita, ushna. Huh? All these are called dualities. So Krishna is saying, nirdvando, you be situated beyond the dualities. Similar word he says, sukh dukhe same kritva labha jaya ajayo. Huh? Sama. So you can see a common word in devotees' life is what? Sama. बहुत फायदा हुआ, all right. बहुत नुकसान हुआ, all right. Not a big deal, huh? So I do my best and leave the rest. We'll talk about that. Nirdvando nitya sattvastho, huh? Situate in sattva. Now sattva here does not refer to mode of goodness. It refers to you constitute in your original constitutional position. Niryoga shema atman, free from all anxiety for gain and safety, and be established in the self. So be situated in yourself. Yourself refers to your spiritual nature, because material nature, but Prabhu, I'm very krodhi, I'm very kami, I'm this and that. But Prabhu, that's not your nature. Some says, my mind is completely stuffed up. At least they recognize. Some people think, this is my body. My body is not that bad. But they say, I am the body, that's bad. I am the car. You say my car, which is still wrong, but not that wrong. My car. At least you are saying I am separate from my car. Huh? But when you say I am the car, पागल हो गया क्या? प्रभु कुछ ढीला है. No. So at least you say my body, huh? My car. So niryog shematra, you should not worry about too much. Yoga shema vahami aham. You'll read that again in 9th chapter. Similar words here. Yoga and shema. Nir yoga shem atman. What does atman refers to? In Hindi, we have called Vidwan. Everyone knows Vidwan, Dhanvan. So Van refers to possessor. Vidwan, with knowledge. One who is a possessor of knowledge is called Vidwan. Dhanvan, who is a possessor of dhan. Bhagavan, who is a possessor of 6 bhagas. So what does Atmavan means? One who is a possessor of soul. What? Are you a ghost or something? No. Possessor of soul means you will let your soul. Now, when I'm saying your soul, how do I say that? So, my soul will only do what is aligned, what I'm supposed to do, not anything against. If I'm suppose getting tempted again and again, suppose I'm an alcoholic, as soon as I see a bottle of alcohol, for example, I get tempted to drink. So am I in control or alcohol is in control? Alcohol is in control. Keshav Maharaj was saying, first you drink the drink, then drink drinks you. First I drink. Just a casual drink once in a while, I don't drink it regularly. Just a casual with friends. You just have to be there. So first you drink the drink. Then later on you get used to it, and drink drinks you. You can't live without the drink. I have to have it. I'm going to die. Doctor has said don't drink. Family has said you have ruined your family, but I have to drink. Some people get this habit of gambling, for example. So many bad habits they get, and they can't live without those things anymore. So first you drink the drink, then drink drinks you in due course of time. So don't let the drink you. Don't let the anger drink you. Anger possess you. Lust possess you. Greed possess you. I can't help. I'm seeing a profit of 2 crore rupees. Prabhu, it's okay. I'm only going to hurt 30 million chickens. So what? Really? How can you hurt someone? Greed has possessed you. Lust, I want to become powerful. Prabhu, he's a devotee. It doesn't matter. But he's not a pure devotee anyway. I'm going to hurt him through whatever. Lust has possessed me actually. Anger, greed. We do so many things which are against principles. We can't bring it to zero overnight, that's fine. But at least we can go step by step, step by step, step by step. And when we do the mistake, we realize, we repent on it, and we pray to Krishna, we ask for forgiveness, and we're trying to correct ourselves that not to make mistake again. We'll fall again, that's fine. But if we keep doing that, one day we'll be able to walk towards Krishna without lust, anger, or greed. So Atman is the person who's possessor of his Atma. That means his Atma, his self, is doing exactly what he's supposed to do. That means favorable Krishna conscious activities, no anti-devotional activity. That person is called Atman. How many Atmans are there in the call? Any Atmans? Please raise your hand. I'm not. I'm a simple Godas. That's my definition. But eventually, Prabhupada said we all have to at least become Madhyamadhikari. Prabhupada said, nice is Uttamadhikari, Madhyamadhikari. That's the goal. So at least put that goal down. That's what my acharyas are expecting. Try. Try one day. Today, I'm going to do such only those activities which will please my spiritual master Prabhupada. Kartik is coming. Next week, Kartik is starting from 7th of October to 5th of November. It's the greatest month of the whole year. Krishna loves Kartik the most. It's the month of Srimati Radharani. Krishna says in Bhagavad Gita, I am Margashirs, which is the month after Kartik. But Kartik is, it says in Kartik, even if you do a bhajan like Rai means mustard seed, means very, very chota, very small bhajan if you do. Krishna considers like Meru Parvat. You have given me so much, you have chanted one name of me. Some people say, if you chant 1 round in Kartik, it's considered 100 rounds. Now, it's not exact calculation, but the point is, you get so much more mercy. In Kartik Mas, Jiva Goswami says, Krishna is like an elephant, which is very, very high. We are like a small child. If a child wants to touch the head of an elephant, we can't. Can we? No. But child can touch the head of elephant if elephant sit down. Isn't it? Touch it. He's at the height. So a small child can touch the head of the elephant if elephant sit down. And in Kartik Mas, Krishna is sitting down. Can you touch Krishna? Go for it. Go for it. Touch Krishna, hug Krishna, embrace Krishna, beg from Krishna. Please, Krishna, you are so kind. Please, I'm so stupid, I'm so foolish. You please give me some mercy, a drop of mercy, Srimati Radharani. And Prabhupada said, if Radharani recommends you, Krishna cannot say no. Krishna cannot say no. कृष्णा कहेंगे वो स्टूपिड है राधा नहीं कहीं ठीक है तुम्हारा ही बच्चा है स्टूपिड है पुलिश है पापी है तुम्हारा ही बेटा है चलो लगा दो Radha Rani put our application. Prabhupada said, if you want to offer a rose or a flower to Krishna, give it the hand of Srimati Radharani. Don't give it to Krishna directly. Give it to Radharani. She will offer. Our flower, why Krishna will accept? Radharani's flower. And why Radharani will accept our flower? Because she is very, very kind. She'll say, okay, bacha hai. You got a flower for me, for Krishna. Let's take it. And she will take the flower, offer it to Krishna. Krishna will say, na ganda hai. Nahi, kitna sundar hai. So in Kartik Mas, try. Whatever number of rounds you are chanting, increase reading, increase going to temple, increase taking darshan of the deities in whichever city you are. If that's not possible in your home, try to have some program for your photo, deities, whatever you have. Just do something extra because everything you do in Kartik is multiplied, not in material, in a spiritual sense, and you get so much more mercy, so much more clarity in spiritual science. So that's the month coming next Tuesday. So plan it well. Don't let it unplanned. Okay, Tuesday ko dekhenge. Nahi. Plan today. What I'm going to do on Tuesday, Wednesday, how I'm going to do that. If my job starts at 6 a.m., what time I'm going to get up, chant my rounds or chant in the evening, whatever works for you. But the point is, focus in Kartik. No arguments, fighting with anyone, as best as possible. No anger, as best as possible. I'm also saying, and I've broken it to be very honest, but I was contemplating. It happens, but please contemplate at least. Try to stop. Try to do some conscious, nice activities for devotees. Serve some devotees. Invite some devotees or make some prasad. Facilitate them in their preaching activities, whatever possible. I don't know. But Kartik is very, 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 very special. Every day, if you can come to Radha Gopinath temple at 7:30, there's a Aarti. 7:15, I think they're starting now. So yeah, attend that if that's possible for you. Not possible, do it at home. Offer one diya. If you offer one diya, it says in Padma Puran, all the sinful reactions of your hundreds and thousands of lives gets vanquished just by offering one diya. Your ancestors get liberated. There's so much we can say on that, Kartik. The point is, take it seriously. That is a serious, serious month. From 7th of October to 5th of November, increase your devotional activities and reduce material activity. Huh? You have to call sick on Ekadashi, call sick on Ekadashi. Chant 64 rounds on Ekadashi. Every one of us. Huh? Ekadashi, you can just chant. Even if you can't chant 64, at least chant 50. If not 50, 40 chalega. No less than 40. Everyone must chant at least 40 rounds on Ekadashi. Yash Prabhu can chant 64. That's all right. Some people exceed. I'm not kidding. Kartik, they make a record number of chanting. I have if you're interested, a sadhana card. I fill up all the extra rounds in Kartik. So yeah, make some commitments. 100 rounds a month, 200 rounds a month, 300 rounds a month. You should do, all of us. Do whatever best you can do, but do something. Krishna appreciates it a lot. This is called Atmavan. 246. Yavan arth udapane sarvatah samplitodake tavan sarveshu vedeshu brahmanasya vijanatah. Beautiful verse, a small but very deep verse. All purposes served by a small well can at once be served by a great reservoir of water. Similarly, all the purpose of Vedas can be served to one who knows the purpose behind them. So it's continuation of the thoughts of Krishna from 245 to 246. Yavanarth Udapane. Udapane refers to a small body of water, which is like a well or a talab or pond. So Udpane in villages, and I have not seen it, but I've heard about it. In villages, they will have different wells for different purposes. Like one well will be only for washing clothes. One well will be for drinking water. One well will be for, say, puja. Different wells, because depending on their purity level, and obviously that got distorted a little bit later on. One well was Shudras, one well was for Brahmanas, and all those things. Anyway, that's a distorted version. But in original version was different well for different purposes. But imagine there's a nice flowing river in the village. We have to go to different 5 wells? No. River will fulfill the purpose of all the wells, because river has such a vast body of water. River has unlimited flowing water. You can drink that water. You can wash your clothes with that water. You can bathe from the water. You can do anything with that river water. But from the well. So different people, when they approach different Vedic yagyas and sacrifices and all those things, they only serve a small purpose. But when you approach Krishna, Ete Chanchkala Pushta, Krishna Stu Bhagwan Swayam. He is Swayam Bhagwan, he is Supreme Personality of Godhead. Everything, Aham Sarvas Prabhu Matta Sarvam Pravartate. Everything comes from Krishna. In Bhagavatam, it is said, Yatha Taror Mula Nishechanena. So when you offer the water in the mula, in the root of the tree, the whole tree is nourished, isn't it? Or are you going to water each leaf? You have, 1,000 leaves in a plant. You're going to water each leaf, and that also will not work. You just pour the water on the root. So Krishna is the root. When you offer the water to that root, everything else will be satisfied. Tasmin tushte jagat tushta. Everyone will be satisfied in the world. So one who knows Tavan Sarvesh Ved, after all the Vedas, I'm to be known. Sarvasya chaham hridi sannivishtam matta spitra jnanam namcha vedaischa sarver aham eva vedyo. Of all the Vedas, what is to be known? Aham eva vedyo. I'm to be known. Even after reading Vedas, if you don't know Krishna, if you don't have love for Krishna, your knowledge actually is waste. Shama eva hi kevalam. Your knowledge is a waste knowledge. But if you love Krishna, even if you don't know any verse of Vedas, you know actually all the Vedas. Devhuti and Kapil Dev Samvad is there in Srimad Bhagavatam 3rd canto, and Devhuti Mata makes a very nice word. Aho bat sapchto gariyan, yad jihvagre vatte nam tubhyam. On the upper portion of the tongue, if the Naam comes, Ram, Krishna, Govind, Murari, if Govind, any Naam comes, any Ram Naam comes on the Agra Bhag of the tongue, that person has done all the tapasyas, have gone to all the holy places, have done all the vratas. So if you're chanting Hare Krishna actually now, in this part of your life, you actually have passed through all the tapasyas. There's nothing else remaining actually, because you're chanting Hari Naam. This is what Bhagavatam is saying. वर्तते नाम तुभ्यम, यह जिह्वाग्रे अग्रभापे Ram, Krishna, Govind. As soon as you say one name of Krishna, you are considered fully eligible, that you have done everything. You don't have to go to different holy places. So you can perform little task, or you can go to the root and perform the whole thing. So that's why we go to Krishna. We go to Krishna and we try to serve Krishna, because by serving Krishna, everything else is automatically served. श्रद्धा शब्दे विश्वास कहे सुदृढ़ निश्चय कृष्ण कर्म कैले सर्व कर्म कृत होया. Chaitanya Charitamrita says you should. What does Shraddha mean? Shraddha, faith means just by pleasing Krishna, sarv karma krat hoila. Sab kuch ho gaya hai. Everything is done. There's nothing remaining for me to do. Prabhupada said there are 6 types of rinas, debts. But if a person has taken full shelter of Krishna, there's no debt remaining on that person. So if you become a devotee, actually, there is no debt. There's nothing else needs to be done. Krishna will do for you. And we have so Narsi Mehta, Bhaktivinoda Thakur, so many. Bhaktivinoda Thakur, I'll give you one quick instance which comes to my mind. Once he was supposed to go, he was a court judge, you will know probably. He was a court judge. One day, it was a very important court case, and he had to give his final decision. He was still not very clear, although he was very intelligent, not very clear what decision to give anyway. He was a very strict on his principles. So morning he will get up, he'll do his morning program, and then he'll go to court. So this day, which was a very important court day, he started chanting Hare Krishna and he forgot. He got absorbed in chanting Hare Krishna so much, he forgot to go to court. First time in his life. He never missed. He never even was late for 1 minute ever. British have put a railway line from his home to the court. Who will give you that facility? They have put a railway line for Bhaktivinoda Thakur. He was such a eminent personality all over India. He was so pakka on his work, and he was obviously such a great devotee. But that particular day he forgot because he was absorbed. He opened his eyes around 10 o'clock. Oh my God, it's 10 a.m. 2 hours. He will arrive at work at 8 a.m. sharp. 2 hours is gone. My court session was there. Such an important court case was there. How can I do this? Immediately at that time, a messenger comes from the court, and he thought the messenger is going to say, Maharaj, where are you? Everyone is waiting for you. And he said, you have given such a fantastic decision today. No one could think that way. Bhaktivinoda Thakur said, what? What did you say? Come again? You have given such a fantastic decision. Everyone is so happy and everyone is so much praising of you. He looked back at his deities. Deities have disguised in the vesh of Bhaktivinoda Thakur, have gone to the court, have given the decision, which even he was having difficulty, and just he prayed his Dandavat Pranam. All glories to Radha Madhav. This is Krishna. Now, we are not in that situation, but why Acharyas are presenting these scenarios in front of us, that this is a possibility if we become a devotee. There's a possibility. And there's so many instances, it's just one instance. Sakshi Gopal pastime. I'm seeing Sakhi Radhika Mataji, so I'm remembering Sakshi Gopal. Sakshi Gopal pastime. That young Brahman says, if you can talk, you can walk. बात कर सकते हो, चल भी सकते हो, चलो. And it is like, what? How am I going to walk? You can talk, you can walk, chalo. And it is had to walk 300 kilometers. DTs were walking. Because Bhakta said, chalo. क्या करेंगे DT? He is helpless. Krishna is helpless. He has to walk now. Krishna walked all the way from Vidyanagar till Bhubaneswar. He has to walk. What to do? Devotees is ordering me. I'm completely under the control of my devotee. Aswatantra, I am completely under the control. Whatever my devotees will say, I will do. I will do. So when we know Krishna, Tavan Sarvesha Brahmanas Vijamita, that is a real person. That is a real person. And he goes to Krishna, he approaches. He doesn't go to small wells. They are valid. They are valid. But why I'm going to go to well? I'll go to biggest reservoir of water, which will fulfill all my needs. I'll go to Krishna. Okay, let's do this verse. It's 247. It's one of the best verses in Bhagavad Gita. One of the most quoted verses. I have got a little PPT. I'm not sure how much I can do, but okay, let's try because still have 10 minutes. Okay, let's see if I can share my another screen. Can you see my screen? Yes? Okay.
Yeah. Yes, Prabhu.
Who will read this verse? Most beautiful verse.
बोलो बोलो बोलो
Bolo, bolo, bolo. Jaldi.
Hello.
कर्मण्ये एवाधिकारस्ते मा फलेषु कदाचन मा कर्मफलहेतुर्भूर्मा ते सङ्गोऽस्त्व अकर्मणि.
Translation mata.
You have a right to perform your prescribed duty, but you are not entitled to the fruits of action. Never consider yourself the cause of the results of your activity, and never be attached to not doing your duty.
Thank you, Mataji. So this is one of the most famous verses of Bhagavad Gita, and most famous but mostly misunderstood verse. Huh? And people usually say the first fourth of the line, only karmanyavadhikaraste. Huh? And there are a few more verses like this in Bhagavad Gita. Just one of those things. By the mercy of B.R. Chopra, many of us at least know the words of this verse, maybe not the meaning of the verse as yet. But let's see. Prabhupada, in the purports, the first thing Prabhupada says in this purport, very, very important. There's a logic called Ardha Kukut Nyaya. Prabhupada translated Bhaktivedanta Maharaj actually half-hand logic. What is half-hand logic? A person had a hen. We don't have hens, but just take it as an example. Person had a hen, and hen used to give egg every day. So every day he will get an egg and he will sell it in the market. He'll get some money. But hen is supposed to eat something. Then she will lay the egg. So this person thought the hen's front part is very expensive. Back part is very nice. Huh? Back part gives egg, like gives some money. But front part is very expensive. So what I will do, I will take the back part and discard the first part. So what he did, one day he chopped up the head of the hen because it was taking money. He chopped up the head and thinking the back part will come. Will the back part will come? The hen is dead. So Shankaracharya actually proposed this. It's called half ardh kukut nai. Ardh means adha, half. Kukut mane in Bengali called kukut as hen. Nyay, logic. Half hand logic. There's no English translation to that, but this is what Prabhupada called it, just to give an indication. Half hand logic. So similarly, in Shastra, there are many, many verses there. There are many things are given. If we only take what is favorable for me and leave what is not favorable for me, will Shastra give the real result? So like from the hand, we only take the back part. So whatever part is favorable for me, I take it. But what is unfavorable for me, I leave it. That won't work. So when we take just the first fourth part of this verse and not take the other three parts, that's not very nice. It's not going to give you the full picture what Krishna is going to repeat. Krishna is going to say here. So let's see what Krishna is saying. There are four parts to this verse. All four are extremely important. Let's see how much we can cover. Whatever, we'll try. So the first is karmanyeva dikar aste. So a simple translation I'll do. I'll get inside each part in a minute. So karmanye, as you can see in the synonyms, in prescribed duties, karmani, and I explained the prescribed duties. What is prescribed duty? Anyone can say? What is prescribed duty? We talked about it, I think, last week or something.
Bodily duties.
Bodily duties. Okay, more. I want more.
Yes.
Given in Shastra, many things are given in Shastra. They're not all prescribed duties.
Our
It's correct,
occupational.
but I want more accurate answer, huh?
Our
Dharma.
occupational duties.
Our dharma can be parodharma, can be aparadharma, more. When I say
Occupational.
my prescribed duties,
Varnas and ashrams.
Varna is ashram. Okay, coming close, Prabhu. Just
Swadharma.
one more word add in Varna and ashrama, you'll be done. Just cut. So as per my Varna and ashrama, and what is my Varna and ashrama? Who will define that? My psychophysical nature. Based on my psychophysical nature, I'll be a Brahmana, Kshatriya, Vaishya, or Shudra, right? I'll adopt a particular Varna, and in that Varna, I can be in a particular ashrama, and I'll perform some duties. They are called prescribed duties, prescribed in Shastra. As per my psychophysical nature, based on my Varna, and in that ashrama, a Brahman can be situated, say, in Sannyas ashrama. His duties will change. Vanaprastha will be different, Grahastha will be different, Brahmachari will be different. Kshatriya in Vanaprastha will be different. You know what I'm saying? So based on all these things, it will vary. So you have adhikar to do that. No doubt about it, right? So Krishna is saying you have adhikar to do your karma, which is fine. I've written one line here. Oops, I lost the screen. Okay, can you still see my screen? Yeah, okay, that's fine. So you have a right to perform your prescribed duty, and the key word there is do it with concentration. I'll come to it. I'm just summarizing the verse, and then I'll go into individual lines. Huh? So concentrate. Second line is ma phaleshu kadachan. Ma refers to what? Anyone knows? Nahi. Huh? Ma suchaha. Huh? So there's a word in 1866, very popular word. So ma phaleshu. But phal, result of that activity, you have no adhikar on it. Hmm? That means do the duty as detached. Third, ma karma phal hetur bhu. Ma again is used here. Karma phala again is used here. So you can say phaleshu and karma phala both. So basically Krishna is repeating about the karma phala. Huh? So first he is saying from the karma phala be detached. Now you say, okay, I'm detached, but karma phala may also make me very proud. So Krishna says, never consider yourself the cause of the results of your activities. That means don't be proud. Sometimes people perform some actions and yay, done it. I become so overjoyed, you can say. Yes, I have achieved something. No, don't be proud. And the last is Mate sangost akarmani. So akarmani here, akarmani can also here akarmani refers to not performing actions. Don't be attached to not performing action. That means don't be lazy. Okay. So the first section is saying concentrate, focus on your activity. Second section is saying don't be attached to the karma phala or the results of the activity. Third section is saying don't be proud that I have achieved it. It was me. And the fourth is saying never be attached to not doing your duty akarmani. Is that clear? Four sections are there, and now we'll just dive into each section of this verse. So here you can say, what does karmanyavadhikaraste mean? Concentration refers to three things: attention, awareness, and absorption. So attention means whenever you perform something, you should be fully attentive in doing the work. Don't just perform the work. क्या करें करना पड़ता है. What do I do? I have to do this activity. No, attentive. And the example of attentiveness you can see on the picture. Everyone knows this picture. Dronacharya is training all the Pandavas and Kauravas as well. He had a toy bird, not a real bird, sitting on a branch of the tree, and he is asking all the disciples, what do you see? They say, okay, I see sky, I see tree, this, that. Dronacharya says, get out, get out, get out. Last, Arjun comes, what do you see? Arjun says, I only see the eye of the bird. Dronacharya says, shoot, shoot. So we have to target. We have to be very, very attentive towards our target. Awareness, you should be aware why I am doing what I am doing. Don't just keep doing it. That's the Shudra activity. Shudra is like, labor, mazdoor aadmi hai. Just do for the sake of doing it. Eat uthane yahan se wahan tak. Yeah, we may do that activity, no problem. But the point is why I am doing what I am doing. Is it matching with my nature? Is it giving me the goals of my life? So be aware and be fully absorbed. In 24 Gurus of Dattatreya, Srimad Bhagavatam, 11th canto, we see one of the Guru of Dattatreya is the person who's making the arrow. A person was making arrow. I'll just keep it very short. A procession came, a king's procession came by to his shop, and there's thousands of elephants and horses, and there are big bulls, and so much noise over there. But this man who was making the bow, he was so absorbed in the activity. After half an hour, someone came. Did you see the king passing by here? He said, king passed by here? I don't know. He said, you don't know? King just passed with thousands of people. He said, but I was absorbed in making my arrow. So Dattatreya said, this is how a person who is very, very absorbed should be. A devotee should be absorbed in Krishna or his services like this. Our absorption. Kaka chesta bako dhyanam shauna nidra tathaicha alpahari grahatyagi vidyarthi panch lakshanam. A vidyarthi, a student, should have 5 characteristics. What are the 5 characteristics? Kaka chesta. Kaka chesta means crow-like endeavor. Crow, keep endeavoring in the garbage bin. Kuch to milega. Keep endeavoring. Kaka chesta bako dhyanam. Baka means Bakasur. You remember in Bakasur? They are having a dhyan mudra, but where is their dhyan? Machli kahan hai? So they look like they are doing dhyan, very, very focused, very, very focused, ekdam shant, calm. But as soon as a fish passes through, they pick up the fish straight away. So Kak Chesta Bako Dhyanam, Shwana Nidra. Nidra refers to sleep. Everyone sleeps. But हम कैसे सोते हैं? घोड़े बेच के सोते हैं. Shastra says we should sleep like a dog. How does a dog sleep? छोटी सी भी आवाज तुरंत उठ जाएगा. छोटी सी भी आवाज. Soldier sleeps like that. Huh? Soldiers on the border, just imagine how do they sleep? Huh? Very difficult. If they're not attentive, we will not be sitting here safely actually. Huh? Should be grateful to those people who are protecting our borders. Because of them, we are sitting really nicely, relaxing, watching some rubbish. Shanita Saibsha. Alpahari. Alpahari means a devotee, aspiring devotee takes alpahar. हम लोग तो बड़ा बड़ा खा के and we just sleep. खाना खाने के बाद जो नींद आती है, कितनी अच्छा लगता है, especially in जाड़े, in cold. We love our रजाई, गद्दा, रबड़ी, हलवा, गाजर का हलवा, all those things. Devotees swalpahari. रात को नहीं खाना तो नहीं खाना. After 7 p.m. Some devotees actually. I don't. I eat. I should not, but they don't eat. We have Sanjay Vyasram, for example. After Suryast, no more. And then maybe more Prabhujis and Matajis. I'm not saying. I know Prabhuji and he's just sitting right there. So, Alpahari, Grahatyagi. If you really want to become a Vidyarthi, Grahatyag. घर पे बैठ के ज्ञान नहीं मिलेगा. कुछ तपस्या करनी. Some tapasya has to be done. It doesn't mean you all leave your home. The point here is, for Krishna, you have to do some tapasya. If you are a student, you could live out. Then you can really grasp the vidya. So these three things comprises concentration. So when we talk about karmanye vadhikarasya, you have adhikar to do your karma. What it means basically, you should fully focus with attentiveness, with awareness, with absorption. Focus on your karma. What it will give, I'll tell you later. But this is how Krishna is expecting you to do, as Arjun is doing. We are also supposed to do that way. Is it okay if I take 10 minutes and finish this, or do it next week? I'm just asking. People are not sure.
Please,
Continue,
please,
bro.
Okay.
continue.
Yeah, continue.
Okay, we'll try to finish this. But if it goes too long, I'll stop. That's okay. My purpose is not always to stop, but I think it's just in a rhythm. Ma faleshu kadachan. Ma nahi faleshu, the karma fall, the result of that. Kadachan, never. Krishna used the word kadachan. You never have right on the fruits. Let's read this and we'll understand the why section in a minute. So when Krishna is saying something, let's read that and we'll see why Krishna is saying what is he saying. That's fine. If someone has to go, I totally understand. So, ma faleshu kadach, you're not entitled to the fruits of action. And I've got this example of Jatayu. Now, when Jatayu was, everyone knows the whole story. Jatayu was fighting with Ravan. Jatayu was 100% sure, I can't win Ravan. Was he confused? Maybe. Let me try. No, he was sure. And fighting with Ravan means what? And not defeating him means what?
Yeah.
Death.
Yeah.
Sure, 100%. So Jatayu, even before he got involved, he knew the result of it. Ravan was extremely powerful, And Jatayu was, at this time when he is fighting, 60,000 year old. Ravan even says, hey, Buddha, Hadja. He says, oh, old man, old vulture, get out from my way, Why are you going to get hurt? And Jatayu said, I'm not going to get away. You cannot take Sita unless I'm alive. Simple as that. And there's a big story here as well. There's a dialogues and beautiful. Anyway, I'm just trying to get the gist of it. So Jatayu was fully assured. But he still got involved? Yes or no? Yes. In everywhere else in the material world, the activity is successful only when you get the positive result. Isn't it? When you pass the whole PhD, then you only get the degree of PhD. When you pass all the exams, you get an engineering degree. When you've done the whole month work, then your boss pays you money. Month or fortnight, whatever it may be, right? If you drop out in between, will he pay? No. Any activity, if you fail, at least in India, when I was studying, when I was young, if you fail in one paper, Acharya Prabhu might remember, fail in one paper, you have to redo the year 6 again, right? So if you have 12 papers in exam, for example, if you pass in 11 with first class marks, but fail in 12th, year 6 again. So the result is the measurement of your success or failure. But in Krishna consciousness, result is not the success. What is there? The effort which you put in. Krishna does not see how many books you have distributed, how much money you have got for Krishna's temple rebuild. Krishna sees how many people you have interacted with, how many people you have spoken about Krishna, how much effort you have put in the activity, not the result of the activity. That's not success. Because, why not? Because we know there are so many factors which makes a activity so-called successful. There are many, many things which are out of our control. And unless we look at the whole picture, in Bhagavad Gita also we'll see in 18th chapter, there are 5 causes for success. Not one cause, there are 5 causes. We are one, we are not denying it, but there are another 4 causes also which contributes to your so-called success. So you have no control over four people, for example, right? You only have control over yourself. So what I can do my best and leave the rest. So what I can do, I do it. What I can't do, I don't have control over. That's fine. And then if Krishna wants to give me the result, he will give me. You give an interview, you do your best. Then you don't get selected for the job. What are you going to do? The interview panels think you're not suitable for whatever reason, right? Nothing much you can do. You do the best and leave the rest. So Jatayu, when he was fighting with Ravan, he was showed. But was Lord Ram happy with his whatever he did? Yes or no? Lord Ram was so happy and he said, you have done an activity which is so pleasing to me. What Lord Ram did for Jatayu, he even didn't do for Dashrath. He did the final rites for Jatayu. He said, you are like my father, because Jatayu was a friend of Dashrath Maharaj. So he considered him like a father. Lord Ram was personally present. He did all the funeral rites and he immediately got Vishnuduta Sarupa and he went back to Godhead. Same time. And he left his body in the lap of Lord Ram. That bhagya even Dashrath Maharaj could not get. So Jatayu, was he successful or unsuccessful?
Successful.
He was a success. So in devotional acts, don't think that my result is defining my success. That's what the world will say. World will say, yes, Prabhuji, aap haar gaye. No, but Krishna will say, I love my best devotee. So in any project you're doing for Krishna, suppose you have done what you could at your best, but the project failed for whatever reasons. Will Krishna or Guru Maharaj pleased with you? Yes. And that's the definition. So that's a huge difference. And if we have the same definition in our material life for other activities as well, will we be happy or in anxiety? Actually, we'll be happy. So Krishna is saying, Ma Phaleshu Kadachan, because you have no control over those things, those factors, so don't worry about them. Do your activity and like Jatayu, become successful. One last thing I'll say, and then we'll stop here. Marichi became a deer, right? Marichi, when Ravan sort of forced him to become Marichi and do all those things, and Marichi said one sentence, Aaj marna to hai. We're going to die today. Today by the hand of Ravan or by the hand of Ram. So better I die with the hand of Lord Ram, not with the Raman. But when he died from the hand of Lord Ram, but he was still working for Ravan, he said at the end, Lakshman, come and save. Isn't it? Whose work he was doing? Raman's work. Is his death considered very glorious? No. Here this person, Jatayu, is although dying from the hand of Raman, but still his death is glorious. So what is better, to die from the hand of Lord Ram or die for the service of Lord Ram? What is better?
Die for the service.
Die for the service of Lord Ram, even if you die by the agent of Maya. It doesn't matter. It doesn't matter. Ravan is killing Jatayu, but his death is talked about so much. Jatayu is considered one of the best devotees of Lord Ram. Where do you see Marichi is a devotee? Although in his thought, Ram ke hath, so Ram ke hath se marna manzoor nahi hai. Ram ki seva mein marna hai. You have to die in the seva of Lord Ram, not by the hand of Lord Ram. Some people say DT. Yes, you have to go to DT. But serving DTs is more important, and standing next to DT is important. That's also a seva, but serving DTs, serving the instruction of a spiritual master, Prabhupada, is much more important. So this is saying, Ma Phaleshu Kadachan. I'll stop here. There's at least half or more words to go. I'm just starting this actually. So we'll stop here.